Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I'm your teacher, Dr. Khurram Shehzad. We have already talked about active and passive voice in one of our videos. And this is the second part of the video where I will be discussing some of the important and advanced rules when you are supposed to change active voice into the passive voice. I have said that voice here does not mean sound, rather, voice means that whether the subject of the sentence is performing the action or not. If it is performing the action, it is in active voice. If the subject of the sentence is receiving the action, it is in passive voice. In the previous video, we have talked about that how we can use active voice and what are the places we can use passive voice. For example, active voice sentences, they are rather direct and they are concise and brief. But passive voice sentences, they show that the person is distant. Okay, and when we do not want to reveal the subjecthood of the subject, or we think that the subject is not important or doer of the action is not important, then we use passive voice. But here we are supposed to talk about some advanced rules. We should also remember that verb be is always used in passive voice, and be has got different forms like is, am, are, was, were, being, or been. Then we have third form of the verb that we use in passive voice. How to change the voice of a sentence like I must have done this. So here we have got modal auxiliary verb must have plus third form of the verb. When must have plus third form of the verb is used, it shows that the action has happened in the past. Same is the case. I must have done this. I could have done this. I would have done this. I should have done this. I ought to have done this. So should have plus third form, would have plus third form, could have plus third form, ought to have plus third form. It shows that the sentence is in the past tense. So in order to convert such type of sentences, the verb be plus third form of the verb will be used again. So it means that be here is been. So I must have done this. This must have been done by me. Or if you just say this must have been done full stop, this sentence is complete. So there is no need of by phrase here. So active subject plus modal verb plus have plus main verb plus object. Passive subject object of action. Now it is the subject. Modal verb plus have plus been plus main verb, which is the third form, plus by plus object, which will be the subject. So you will have submitted the assignment. The assignment will have been submitted by you. So will have submitted, the assignment will have been submitted by you. The assignment will not have been submitted by you. Will the assignment have been submitted by you? So this is how we can make interrogative and negative sentence as well. He ought to have checked it. He should have checked it. It will become the subject. It ought to have been checked by him, or it should have been checked by him. Now, how to change the voice of an infinitive? Infinitive is a non-finite verb. Infinitive is a non-finite verb. It means that it does not show the time. It does not show the tense. Having a structure of 2 plus verb, or 2 plus verb is the base form of the verb. So subject plus helping verb, be verb or have verb plus infinitive, 2 plus main verb plus object. So passive will be subject plus helping verb plus to be plus main verb plus third form plus by plus object. So we have to finish the work. The work has, because work is singular, then we are supposed to use has. The work has to be. Again, the verb be is added plus third form. The work has to be finished by us. The work has to be finished by us. He is to send the mail. The mail is to be sent by him. The mail is to be sent by him. The mail, which is the object, will become the subject, the mail. Now with male, which is singular, we will use is. So the male is, then to send, to be sent. The male is to be sent, third form of the verb, by him. The police are to catch the criminal. Remember, the word police is always used plural in English. So the police are, the police have, the police are to catch the criminal. Now the criminal will come in the beginning of the sentence. The criminal is to be caught by the police, or the criminal is to be caught, full stop, by the police is no more necessary in the line, as a criminal is always caught by the police. I am to play cricket. Now cricket will go first. So cricket is to be played by me, or cricket is to be played, full stop. Now the next structure with verb to plus first form of the verb. There plus be verb plus subject plus infinitive plus to plus main verb. There is nothing to do. There is nothing to do. There is nothing to be done. So to do, to be done, third form of the verb. There is no time to waste. There is no time to be wasted. There is something to feel. There is something to be felt. There is nothing to lose. There is nothing to be lost. Look at the structure 3. It plus be verb plus noun plus infinitive, to plus main verb plus object. And it plus be verb plus noun plus to be plus main verb, third form plus object. It is time to read books. It is time for books to be read. It is time to play music. It is time for music to be played. It is time to write an article. It is time for an article to be written. Now structure 4. Subject plus main verb plus noun pronoun plus infinitive, to plus verb plus object. I want Jack to write a letter. I want a letter to be written by Jack. So letter is the object. Object will come at the place of the subject where we have got Jack. So I want a letter. Letter is coming from the object to the subject place. I want a letter to be written, be plus third form, by Jack. I want a letter to be written by Jack. I like people to praise me. I like to be praised by people. Dear students, now it is time that we should talk about let. Let plus indirect object plus main verb, base form plus direct object. Let me finish my points. So let me is object. Finish is the first form of the verb. After let, we use first form of the verb without to. Let me finish my points. My points is the object. So let my points be finished. Let my points be finished. Let her draw a portrait. Now portrait is the object and draw is the first form. After let, we use first form of the verb, that is draw. So let a portrait be drawn by her. Let a portrait is object. After let, we are using object. Then be plus third form, be drawn by her. Let him join our group. So our group is object. So let our group be joined by him. Let our group be joined by him. If there is no direct object in the active voice, then let us plus main verb. It is suggested that we should plus main verb plus base form. Here the phrase it is suggested consists of subject it plus be verb is plus third form of the verb that is suggested, which is a passive structure. Such type of structures are called impersonal passives. Usually we change the sentence from active to passive if the verb is transitive. A transitive verb is a verb which requires an object. So if there is no object, such type of sentences cannot be converted into the passive voice. This is what our teachers, they always tell us. But remember, we can convert a sentence which is transitive in nature, a verb which is transitive in nature, and it does not have object. Such type of sentences can be converted into the passive form, and such sentences are called impersonal passives. Have a look at them. Let us swim. It is suggested that we should swim. So it is suggested that this phrase is in passive voice. So then we say we should swim because let us swim is some kind of suggestion that I, along with my listener, we should swim. So it is suggested that we should swim. Let us walk. It is suggested that we should walk. Let us sleep. It is suggested that we should sleep. Let us play together. It is suggested that we should play together. Now there are certain other, sentences. They have got preposition. People say that a sentence which has got a preposition cannot be converted into the passive voice. And this is the wrong concept that they are having. Here are the examples. I bought a pen for my sister. Now, a pen is the object. Bought is second form of the verb, past simple tense. So, was bought. A pen was bought by me for my sister. A pen was bought by me for my sister. He does not play football to earn money. Football is the object. Football is not played by him to earn money. Are you wasting time in video games? Is time being wasted by you in video games? She laughs at me. I am laughed at by her. They arrived at the stoppage at 10 o'clock. The stoppage was arrived at by them at 10 o'clock. There are certain sentences, they contain two objects. When there are two objects, so you can change anyone, you can bring anyone in the place of the new subject. But there are certain people, they will say that direct object should be brought in the beginning of the sentence. I gave him a book. Here we have got two objects, him and a book. In this sentence, there are two objects, him and a book. Here, him is the indirect object and book is the direct object. So some people say direct object should become the subject of the sentence. But you can bring anyone in the beginning, and in this way, you can produce two passive voice sentences. So I gave him a book. A book was given to him by me, or he was given a book by me. Did you tell Rabi the story? Was Rabi told the story by you, or was the story told to Rabi by you? In the end, I would like to summarize. Dear students, in active and passive voice, we have talked about that how we can convert active voice sentences into passive voice. You should remember that the form of the verb be is always used in passive voice, and third form of the verb is also used in passive voice. So if the sentence is starting with let us play cricket, it is suggested that we should play cricket. Okay, let him finish the book. Let the book be finished by him. And we have also talked about modal auxiliary verbs. All the modal auxiliary verbs can, could, shall, should, may, might, will, would. They take first form of the verb in active voice in present tense. And if after that have plus third form is coming, it means that they are in passive voice. You should not waste your time. Your time should not be wasted by you. So if after them first form of the verb is coming, again you will be adding be plus third form of the verb to convert it into the passive form. And if have plus third form is already used, which is in past tense, then you will be using have plus been plus third form of the verb to convert it into the passive voice. Thank you very much.